All right, guys, today in class we talked about dividing decimals and how we're going to be using the exact same skills that we used in long division to divide our decimals by a whole number. The only difference is today we're going to have to bring our decimal up into the quotient or up into our answer. So we're still going to use those same steps: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Same old long division stuff, except at the beginning we're going to bring our decimal up into our quotient. So 0.84 divided by 3. I know that 0.84 is my dividend, so it's going to go inside of our box. And then that 3 is our divisor, so it's going to go on the outside. Now, like I said, our very first step anytime we're dealing with decimals is to deal with our decimal point. Since we don't have a decimal as a divisor, we're just going to bring our decimal straight up into the quotient so we don't forget about it. A lot of people that try to leave it till it's the end forget all about it, and then their answer is completely wrong. So we're going to bring it up the very first thing, and then we're just going to long divide as normal. So 3 goes into 0 times. Decimal point's already there, so now we're going to scooch over and we're going to look at this as an 8. 3 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6, and now we're going to subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2, and we're going to bring down our 4. So when we bring down our 4, 3 goes into 24. We're going to repeat. Remember, we talked about within our decimals unit, we're going to repeat until there's no more remainders. So 3 goes into 24 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Now we're going to subtract, and we get a 0, so we know we're done. When we get a 0 at the bottom there, we know that we're finished. So our final answer is 0.28. Okay, so let's take a look at a real world problem, because you're going to have a few of those to work on today. It says Ty and 3 of his friends are building a fence, and the lumber cost $21.44. If they share the cost equally, so that tells us right there that we're dividing, how much should each person pay? So we're taking our $21.44, the total price there, and we're splitting it up. So that means that's going to go inside of our box. That's our dividend. I'm taking $21.44 and I'm dividing it amongst Ty and his 3 friends. So if I have Ty and then 3 more friends, that means we're going to be splitting it amongst 4 people. Now our first thing to do is to bring our decimal up into our quotient, okay, and then we're just going to long divide like normal. So 4 goes into 2 0 times, but now I'm going to look at it 21. 4 goes into 21 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Now we're going to subtract. 21 minus 20 is 1. Now we're going to bring down. I've got a 14 now, so we're going to repeat. 4 goes into 14 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Now we subtract, and we get 2. And we're going to bring down our last number there, which is a 4. 4 goes into 24 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24, so when I subtract, I get a remainder of 0, so I know I'm completely done. The answer is that each Ty and each of his friends will pay $5.36.